room. The microphones are on. They can hear us, so don't start talking shit, woman.
Shit.
I said don't say it. Don't start talking about me.
Shit.
I knew you were going to do it. All right. Oh, my God. It can't be back on you now. Hold on. It cannot be back on you. Big Daddy Source is here. Big Daddy Source is here. Oh, thank God. That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, the handsomeness has returned. It's true. The handsomeness has returned. Let me scale that down some for you. Let's get back where we're supposed to be. The handsomeness is back. You don't have to worry about it. We took care of you. No, don't worry. I know you want your beautiful queen. You want your queen back. But the handsomeness has returned. I got chat popped out, which means all of you assholes that pissed me off earlier, I can put you in another goddamn timeout.
Wow.
So go ahead. Say it again.
You're feisty tonight.
Well, I've been drinking. You know, that's true. The rule book for a situation like this is if we have to start the show over, you guys and me, we have to start drinking over. We got to. None of it counted before. If your wife is sitting there going, "That's 3 beers. You can only have 3 beers. I told you 3 beers." You can look at her right now and go, "I have to start over." Yeah, that's a true story. You got to start over. All
Richard
right.
Hash says, "Thanks, General. I'm all yours. Haha. Fast time is over. Let's drink." You know, he was waiting for fast time.
Well, the only reason I faked all this is so he could finish his program.
Oh, so you did.
I
Okay.
pretended to have a screen freeze. I pretended to have all of these issues. I just allowed him, out of respect for Fast Times at Ridgemont High,
Okay.
to continue the show. So
Okay.
you're welcome, America and Denmark. Larry from Denmark. All right, so where are we here? What you got anything else between the sheets you want to say before I get going?
Of course I do.
Well, please read them aloud.
Graham Gordon, $2. Put up a poll. Edmonton Oilers or Florida Panthers?
Edmonton Oilers.
Hockey. Hello?
Hockey?
Oh, my gosh.
Is that game that they play on ice and they wear little wings as they go around with their little sticks and hockey? It's like
All right. Timothy Spangler on Facebook. What does a membership cost?
most places it's $1. That's the cheapest way, just $1. If you want to be a member on YouTube, it's $1. You can pay more. There's other things you get if you want to donate more. Different levels if you want to, but the entry level is just to get. And there's very little differences between the top one and the bottom one. The top one, if you see someone that says KGXT Studios, they are hardcore Gen X Talks family. And they get one thing that everybody else doesn't. They get to see the studio camera, which is on 24/7 inside Discord. But other than that, you guys get all the same stuff. It's just that the different levels are just different levels of participation, and the higher they go, the more in-depth they're in tune with Gen X Talks. You'll see the KGXT people, they will show up at events in person. Like KGXT Studios members are the ones that sent Gen X Mom her hat. Disney Kid and Cali Cat, they're at that level when they went to Disneyland.
He's over at Facebook.
Who is?
The gentleman that asked you that question.
Oh, yeah. So on Facebook, Timothy on Facebook, there's just one thing you can do. You can join the General's Lunchbox. Just go to it's a Facebook page, the General's Lunchbox. That has all the behind the scenes stuff that you could want. It's 3.5 years of stuff we don't show the public. It's just for members. Same with Patreon. If you have $1 and you're on Patreon, it's over there. Or you could be like Mike Perkins and join the member site everywhere for $1 and you're out $6. And he's got it on everything. That's just Mike. Mike's a cool cat like that. So
Pin PayPal.
Who put up PayPal? Oh, look, Trippy Pineapple
John
did something right tonight.
$5. Did the General switch to a PC and that fixed the problem caused from using a Mac?
Who said that? Who said that? Where was he?
I'm not telling.
I will find him. I swear to God, if that's someone that I can reach and put him in a goddamn... You're going to the woodshed.
Drop him says, Grimes the hoe? Kevin Grimes? Is he the
Firewood
hoe?
Art, going to the woodshed.
What the hell?
He said some shit about my Mac, man. You talk shit about my Mac.
Wow, you are just on fire.
Wait a second. Hold on. I have a question. How come when they talk shit, they're not on fire, they're not angry, they're not antsy, they're not full of vim and vigor, but when I respond, I'm the asshole? How come? Why is that the case with you?
I don't know. I just like them more than you.
Yeah, that's clear.
Okay.
All right. At least we got that out of the way. She likes you guys more than me. What a shock.
Okay.
Fine. Then they can buy you a house in Nevada.
A 7-8 Fixer member for 25 months. Your KGXT is rockin'.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
John Morgan says the Sun Valley Fox is the $2 hoe.
Just so you know, Josh Maddox is the station manager. I have a little bit to do with it, but Josh Maddox does all the stuff. We had a big website update today. You guys should all go to genxtalks.com and poke around. Big, like 5 hours worth of updates today, changing pages around and moving stuff. Very clearly, it says if you have a problem or a question or an issue with kgxtradio.com, Josh Maddox is your man to complain to with his email. I'm not sure if that's good for Josh or bad. If there's nothing to complain about, he's okay. All right.
Hey, we just received a Cameo request.
We did.
Would you like to tell people about the Cameo request?
You know, since we're all here, it's Father's Day, and if you guys would like us to do a Cameo request, there's links. The moderators can put the links right to Cameo. There's still time to do it. We can do it tonight. We can do it tomorrow morning. We'll get a few in there. And you guys can have the kid do the Cameo. You can have me do it. You can have Gen X Mom do it, or we can all do it together. And you want a happy birthday message? You want a happy Father's Day message? You want me to scream at your fucking kid the way he needs to be screamed at? Just give me a little info. Give me a little backstory, and I'll handle it for you. Cameo is a fun way to go.
They're a lot of fun. People say it's really
Well, and the Cameo instructions say just give 15, 20, 30 seconds. We go 3, 4, 5 minutes. We don't care. We're having a good time with whatever you guys want. Cameo has written us and said, you guys are way over budget on time. I was like, well, then penalize us. We're just having a good time with our friends. So leave us alone. All right. Anyway, now you know what I know, which ain't much.
All right.
Star Roberts, welcome to the program, man.
You may continue on.
I may continue on. Well, thank you.
You.
Thank you for the participation. Thank you for letting me know.
One says he's drinking out of his KGXT mug.
Well, there's not many of those left, I'll tell you that. I think we've sold all of them. Are they all gone now?
No, I have a few more left, if anybody's interested.
If any good moderators on your platform want to put up the link, the direct link to these Steins, these big we do one a summer, and we only buy a certain amount. Then when they're sold out, we move on to something else. We're not here trying to keep it up there. Make money forever. No, this is special. This is nostalgia. If you get one, you get one. If you don't, you don't. So the moderators can put them up there. We got a couple more left, and then we're done. All right. What did we talk about? What didn't we talk about? I do need to put a pump in here for something for Jacob. You guys know that Jacob has joined the team a few months back. He is our brand manager, and he's doing a great job at getting people interested in sponsoring Gen X Talks. And let me tell you what that means. And why is that fucking thing so big right there? All right. Anyway, it is important if you have someone who wants to advertise with you or sponsor you that they don't fuck with what we're doing. That's kind of rule number one. But closely behind that, rule number two, as we've learned, is you have to like what we're doing. You have to be a fan of Gen X Talks. If you're just coming in here to just purely make money and put something up on our site, I'd rather you not do it. Jacob would rather just tell you politely no, and we'll move on. They're not spending a lot of money, just a couple bucks in doing these things, but when they're fans of the program, when they come in and say, we love Gen X Talks, and they can list, when we do an interview with them, when I talk to them, and they can list me a bunch of stuff about Gen X Talks, then I know they know. You guys could conduct those interviews too. You know how long they've been listening. Somebody comes in and says, man, I've been listening to you all the way back since Buford the Goat. We all know what that means. So there's a history there. So they have to like what we're doing. We have to like their product, and then we can begin to move forward. Now, there's a couple people we have moved forward with, just so you guys know. And where'd that go? Bum, 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 bum. And I don't know why it's not on there. Is there something done with it for a reason? No, there's a podcast here, and that was the thing there. It's not coming on for some reason. I don't know why it won't let me do it. It should let me do it. I should be okay with it. Yeah, it's just not letting me go there from here. Well, I was trying to show you guys a picture, and for some reason it won't let me do it. Zippix, those nicotine sticks. We ran into Mike Perkins in Reno, and he's an Uber driver. Mike Perkins has been around a long time with Gen X Talks. He's a great fan of the program. Runs security. Now, the Two Bears not on staff. He takes care of security issues when we do live and in-person events. And he's an Uber driver, and he smokes. And he's using these Zippix nicotine sticks, and they're helping him tremendously. Not only does it give you the nicotine, but you don't get all the vaping chemicals. You don't get the tar and the smoke. It's one step towards, getting off of, then the next step is get off nicotine altogether. But it gets rid of a ton of bad things that go into your lungs with vaping and with smoking. Mike Perkins loves it. There's many of you. We've given out some of these things, and it's also muscle memory. I didn't realize that till someone said, well, it's just the cigarette, the vape, the cigarette. And when you have the toothpick, it's the muscle memory. Your body thinks it's doing it again. I had no idea that was a thing. I don't have a problem with smoking or vaping, but we passed these things out to people. We gave a bunch of them away, and then you guys are reporting back it's working. So there is a link on our website if you want to go buy it. You get a couple bucks off or something if you use the promo code for us. But it's a product that's helping you guys. We did an interview with the owner. Absolutely had a great time. He's coming back on the show. The interview section is great, but that guy fucking got after it. I was very happy about that. All right. Now, so let me get on to something with it near and dear to my heart. Hopefully these things will fucking come through. There we go. We are looking to move, and I'm on the wrong screen, so let me just let me stop it. Go back over here. All right, let's try it again. Let me show you something that is becoming near and dear to our hearts. We are deciding to move out of California. We're not in a panic. We're not running out of here with our middle finger in the air. We're not saying, fuck you, Gavin Newsom. I'll do that on my own time later. However, we're looking for something more rural. We're looking for a way to slow down. We want to downsize and have a smaller house. And so this is this is Main Street America. Did you guys recognize it? Good. I'm glad you did. This is Dayton, Nevada. Nevada has no income tax. That was appealing to us as we're getting older and going to be on a fixed income. And it also was a small rural town. So we looked at many towns. There were certain towns we wanted to move to outside of Reno, but the Sun Valley Fox forbid it. We actually started looking at some real estate. The sheriff came. He forbid it. The sheriff came and escorted us to the county line, and we actually had to get to the next county before we could begin looking. I tried to sneak back in the next day. Sure enough, sheriff right there on the county line said nope. So apparently my brother-in-law, who loves his sister, your queen, Gen mom, that's the Sun Valley Fox is her older brother. Apparently his hatred for me is stronger than his love for his sister. So I don't get it. So we had to look outside of where he lives, and we had to pick some place where we live. And one of the places we were looking was Dayton. Now this is a small street, this small town. I think it's got 20-some thousand people in it. And that's the front side of Dayton. Now the problem is that when you look around outside of Reno, this is what most of that area looks like. This is what most of Nevada looks like right outside of Reno. And to be fair, a lot of the property we're looking at looks very much like this. And so you think, okay, and yes, we do have to drill a well. We will have to get power. There's some things to overcome here. We've done some stories on that. It's big. If you listen to the podcast, there was a big miracle that worked in our favor. If you listen to the podcast, a definite intervention from God on how that helped us. And this is a lot of what it looks like until you build, until there's a town. And there is a river running through Dayton, which is called the Carson River. And we are pretty close to it. We're just a hop, skip, and a jump. So the outside of our property looks a little bit like that. And when I say our property, we haven't bought it yet. But we're trying to, but that's where we're going. It's going to look something like that. And that's the Carson River, and that's some of the area not very far from us at all. Just like I said, even my fat ass could probably wheelchair over there and back if you gave me half a day. Now, the property itself, because you guys keep asking me, and you got to address that, General. You got to tell us what's going on. We have no idea what's going on. All right, I'll tell you. This is the Sun Valley Fox. You notice every picture I've got of him, he's always going to be walking away from me. I don't know if that's significant or not, but that's the property. It does have some fencing on it. It does have some trees on it. This is Sun Valley Fox going, he literally, I could have put the thought bubble over his head. Still too fucking close. It's still too fucking close. Don't buy this. Just further away. So, he wanted to come and check out what we were doing. He was actually very helpful. Sun Valley Fox, when we had people out there, he met with them too, talking about contractors and what this is going to take. This is a very long project. I don't have the money to do this. I'm going to be piecing the money together as I go, and then I have to sell my house. Those of you who are coming to the barbecue at this house, this is the last barbecue here. And those of you who've been here, this is the last summer here. So when you come out, this is where we're going to trade this for that. We're trading a livable place for a piece of dirt in Carson, Nevada. That's what we're shooting for. Now, here's another picture, and this one's a little bit more self-explanatory. You'll get to see a little bit more of the desolation of the property. You can see fields over there, but again, Sun Valley Fox got his back to me as usual. Every time I come out, he turns around, walks the other way. But this is him walking the property. There's a little horse tech room and building on there, horse stalls on there. A lot of cross fencing, but it needs a lot of work. It's pretty rough. There's another picture. Again, you guys have all asked, what does it look like? Where are you going? You guys have heard it in the podcast. You've heard me mention it. So look, you guys are like family. I'll just keep you up to speed. Maybe some of you live out there, and we'll get to bigger and better stories later. All right. There's some good and bad about that. One of the miracles that happened for us was during the meet and greet, we met a guy named Ben Matlock. You guys know him starring Andy Griffith and as a lawyer, and he never lost a case. That's what Ben told me face to face. And Ben was there. He was there live and in person. He happens to be a contractor in the state of Nevada. He thinks we're okay. His wife really likes us, which was all right with me because then I could just go to his wife and go, could you please make him do some cool shit for us? And she was all about it. And because we're men and we do what we're told, he was more than agreeable. But we were drinking that night. So the next day when I met him out at the property and said, hey, did you sober up? Are you regretting that you want to help? He didn't. He was a cool cat about it. He wanted to help us out. He's going to make sure nobody cheats us. He's been a general contractor for 25 years. He's going to make sure everything goes our way. So he's one cool cat, and he's a definite blessing from God to help us out with that. But there were some things I wanted to discuss with you there's some pros and cons to living in Dayton, Nevada. I showed you there's a lot of the desert and scrub brush out there. I showed you some stuff by the river. I showed you downtown. There was some signs. Signs from God can be a horseshoe on a fence, can be a monarch butterfly across your windshield. Those can be signs. But there's also literal fucking signs in the road, and it's the flashing yellow signs that say, I'm not kidding. I wish I had a picture of this. I don't. The sign says, do not feed the wild horses. Do not molest the wild horses. That's what the sign says. Now, my wife is thinking, oh my gosh, there's ponies. There's ponies that are just around. Sun Valley Fox goes, yeah, they're kind of a pain in the ass. Because they're sacred here in Nevada. You can't fuck with them in Nevada. You can't feed them. You can't talk to them. And I said, what? How many of these wild horses got molested so often you had to put up a sign? Sun Valley Fox says, well, more than you know. Now, Sun Valley Fox said, it's mostly Californians that move here, which, I couldn't really argue with that too much. But that was a real thing and a real problem and a real issue. And I had no idea that this was an actual thing where they come through neighborhoods and fuck around and you can't do anything. So the drag and drop portion of this program here, look at that. This is in Dayton. This is a neighborhood in Dayton. It's newer. And these are wild horses eating your grass, your flowers, your bushes, shitting on your driveway, and there's nothing you can do. You can't feed them, you can't harass them, and you can't molest them. So I'm drinking to the horses.
Harass. You're using the wrong word. Not molest, harass.
I said molest and harass. I use both words.
Okay.
So this
sounds awful.
It does sound awful.
Sounds awful.
It does sound awful. I'm going to drink to the horses right now, who got a pretty fucking square deal with the state of Nevada. They worked out some pretty favorable terms. Leave us the fuck alone. We can do whatever we want, and don't grab our Johnsons. So to the horses in Dayton, Nevada, well done. Well done indeed. I will drink to you.
I can't wait to see them.
See, that's going to be a problem for me. If they start eating and fucking up the shit I just did. Okay, honey, I don't have enough money to go chasing these horses around after they fuck something up on the property. I can put shit in once, and then that's it.
That's fine. That's why you put a fence around the property.
Oh, clearly, because these horses never get by fences. All right. Just letting you know. So that's one of the things I was a little bit worried about there. Kind of think that, I'm not sure that's such a good thing. But let's let the pendulum swing to the other side. Let's find something good about living in Dayton, Nevada. Here was something that I was really surprised at. Yeah, that's a true true picture from a real place, and it's not fucking around. It's the real deal. Let me get up there again. This is a real place. The Bunny Ranch. Yeah. The Bunny Ranch is a legal brothel. This is on the drag and drop section of the program. Sorry, the images are so big. But this is a real thing just outside of Dayton. I don't even know what's the place called? What's the city called?
Mound House.
Mound House?
Yes, I believe that's the city that it's at.
And I'm not supposed to make fun of the reference of the word mound when I'm looking at.
I know, but that's Dayton, Mound House,
and then Carson
City.
Well, like moments away, just down the street is the Bunny Ranch. So we're gonna put this, if we're keeping score, if you guys are keeping score at home, the people are playing the home version of Gen X Talks. Let's put a check in the W column. Let's call this one a win for the Bunny Ranch. It's just really close. Not so good on wild horses, but yes on bunnies. Now, see, we're all keeping this very agriculture. We got horses, we got bunnies. I'm in favor of agriculture. I think we all know that. Yeah, true story. That's not too far away, so that's a good thing. And I'm not sure what the rules are there, but what was funny is as soon as I said, is that the Bunny Ranch, the real one we're driving by, your queen gets, I'm going to paraphrase, but I'm not far off on this. Your queen goes, let me look it up. She goes, yeah, the Bunny Ranch. And then she starts going, wow, look at all these women. She went through the profiles and she said, well, there's a bar there. You could just stop by and get something to drink and eat. Very casual, like almost like a suggestion. I didn't, but I kind of feel like I got permission to now. Maybe even with her, you want to. Hey, we're out in the middle of nowhere. You want to stop by the Bunny Ranch, get a drink and a hamburger, and see. I think she'd go. So let me jump back over to you because we have stuff going on. Let me ask you straight up now for our dancing and listening audience.
Yeah. What is it?
Would you be opposed to you and I going to the Bunny Ranch just for the bar to get a drink and a burger?
Yeah, I would definitely go. I mentioned it. We could have went.
You know,
what?
Your sister-in-law, St. Donna,
yes,
just disowned you.
No, she didn't.
She will look at you from a distance. She will look at you out of the corner of her eye.
I'm expecting a text message from the Sun Valley Fox that says, can I go?
Can I go too? He's going to say to his wife, hey, they broke down. Their car's got a flat. General's got a hurt knee. I got to go help him out. Where are they? I don't know. Some bar over by the... Kevin
Grimes goes, can I make reservations to stay there for the 2025 barbecue?
Well, I don't think we'll be ready for the barbecue. We'll have to skip one barbecue or have it someplace else. But we are planning a backyard with a deck and some grass. No swimming pool this time. Low maintenance, but yes, absolutely. With
John Morgan goes, it's a trap. I said.
It's a trap. Yeah, you can tell I'm getting bamboozled here, and that's true. Okay, go between the sheets. Read what you got there, sweetheart.
All right, hang on one second. Let me get over there. Danny H., any update on the KGXT app?
Actually, the Shopify app comes first. We're in the middle of that right now. We're almost at the end. It's been such a struggle. As soon as the Shopify app is done and linked and we can get to Pegboard here in town and put our stuff on there where Gen X Mom doesn't have to do so much work, I promise you we'll move right into the app. That's next on the list. That's second. Shopify's first. We'll go the other way afterwards. I do apologize, but I'm not smart enough to do it. We can only rely on the kid. And, well, I'm not saying he's totally unreliable, but... you know. All right, Gen X Mom.
Michael Callahan on Facebook. I hate when someone keeps track of my drinking. I want to drink more out of spite. Leave us alone and enjoy our time. 200 stars sent.
Do you know that Michael Callahan on Facebook...
yes, what about him?
...is almost overtaking Russell Covey and Sean MacArthur. That cat... comments, posts, his things come up on my phone as I'm working where he's actively goes and he comments on the stuff you post. He leaves something there. He'll stay some stuff over here. He doesn't bombard us with everything, but he's very good about hitting everything. And then every now and then he'll write me a personal message. Where's the podcast? Something like that. He doesn't just flood me with stuff, but that cat is always around. And I'm just noticing more and more, letting you guys know, when you're on Facebook, when you comment, when you go into the General's lunchbox and you say stuff, the notifications come to me. I do pay attention. That is a name you know. Kind of like E.F. Hutton. All right, go.
Okay. Phil's Garage member for 8 months. Happy Father's Day to you, General. Tomorrow you need to sit in the backyard, fountains on, whiskey in hand, and phone not around.
Don't you say a goddamn... you almost said something. You drew a breath. You were going to say something right there. You know what she says about that shit? You know what she says? As soon as they can find a way to surgically implant that phone into the side of your head, you're going to be first in line to do it. And all these other dumb things that women say about that.
You said it first. Justin Woods, Facebook, just ordered a mug. Love you guys.
Well, if there was a mug left, you got lucky because I'm telling you, if the moderators want to put up the link, there's not many left. There may be 2 or 3, and that's it. I'm not ordering anymore. If you want this year's mug, then you get it now. Once we're done, we're done.
Scott Royston, $50. This is especially for our dear handsome general. Happy Father's Day. Use this for a nice night out. Thank you for all you do for Gen X Talks. We all appreciate you. Just ask me. I'll tell you. Love you, brother.
You see, Scott Royson gave $50. Now I'm going to get Trippy Pineapple up here. We're going to start gaming in studio. The $50 is going to be so my wife leaves us the fuck alone for a couple hours.
Wow.
It's bribe money. It's going to be bribe money. Thank you, Scott, for doing that.
Shane Hammer on Facebook. Hey, what's up, General? How do you like my truck on Discord? Also, hi, Gen X Mom. Did you get to see my little 56? I'm proud of it, LOL. I haven't been on Discord for a while.
Yeah, his 56 is 56 millimeters. That's the size of his penis. You don't really want to go see that. A lot of us have looked at it on Discord and said, yeah, thanks, man. 56 millimeters. We got you.
No
it's
dick
cool.
pics.
No dick pics. But he does have a nice ride. He's got I don't care for this color scheme as much if it was mine, but he does have a nice, well put together ride. He didn't open the hood, but I'd like to see underneath the hood on that thing. But it is a nice ride.
Talk to him. Talking the camera.
I'm talking to everybody all at once, man. We're all sitting around. We're sitting around a bar right now. We're all drinking. We're all interacting, having a good time. Relax. All right.
Mark Bingham on Facebook. What's that song? Whiskey for my men, beer for my horses.
You know, I did a video to that 13 or 14 years ago.
Really?
Wow. You're really going to play me like that, huh? Over enthusiastic and fake on top of it. Yes, I did.
We all can fake it.
Don't start with me with that shit.
That's the poll we should put
cannot.
up.
I can tell when you fake it.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yep.
Don't make me do it in here.
No, I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna let you do it in here. But there, if you guys go, if you are a member, you can go to the members only section on YouTube. There is a video I did, Bear for My Horses, to the movie Tombstone, about 14 years ago, and it's on there. You can go check it out. It's a good story.
All right. Last one in here is Kevin, $5. Happy Father's Day to the General and all dads out there. And I believe we just received a PayPal.
If you guys do Cameo, I'll say something to your kids. I'll pass along a note. If you need your wife to be put in her place, I'm the guy to do it. Cameo. If you need your son to be motivated, I'm the guy to do it. Just go to Cameo. If you need something for you personally that says, dude, you're not alone, I'm right there with you, to shoulder to shoulder, then you go ahead and do Cameo, and I'll take care of any one of those three.
You can do a personal 2-minute drill to anyone you want to.
Yeah,
just let it go.
That's really what it would be. Yeah.
Justin Woods sent $25 on PayPal. Happy Father's Day, General. Use this for your liquor fund. Love you guys.
Thank you very much. That's not, I didn't write on here anything about Father's Day. I didn't promote anything about Father's Day on here. No. So, unlike you, I don't whore myself out on Mother's Day and birthdays. No. My birthday's on December 25th, and it's all about Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior, that day. It's never about me. Every drink that I drink of whiskey on Christmas is all about for Jesus Christ.
I got to lift up my feet because the shit's piling up in here.
I can't believe you just said that in front of my friends.
You want me to say it again? The shit, I'm going to have to shovel myself out of here. Man.
All right, turning you off and turning me on is my favorite thing to do. Only nobody pleases me like I do. All right, let's go back to this. Oh, good Lord, the Bunny Ranch still up there. What a way to transition over. All right, so we had the good, we had the bad. We started with the good, that there was a nice place down by the river, which I don't live in a van, so you don't want to hear you guys joke. The General lives in a van down by the river. I know that's coming. I know it's coming. Don't say that shit. Trippy Pineapple's already superimposing my face by a van down by never mind. And so that was a good. The bad was the wild, unmolested horses that can fuck your shit up. That's the bad. But then we went back to the good, and there's the Bunny Ranch. That's A+, AAA rated on that. But then I was stumbling across some stuff, and I ran into one more bad, and then I quit looking. Now, I'm not saying how bad this is. Okay? Let's just put this out there, shall we? I stumbled across something that said under related searches for Dayton, you can see Dayton, Nevada map, Dayton, Nevada homes for sale. But what's the top? Dayton, Nevada murders. Now, I got to be honest. In a town that has 20,000 people, how do murders happen so often? You need to put them on a list. If you added up all the murders in a similar sized town, I lived near Redmond, Oregon back when there was about 12,000 people, maybe 50,000 people. If you had to add up in Redmond, Oregon at 15,000 people, the number of murders, you'd be playing loose and fast with the word list. 2's really not a list. Okay? But there's enough in Dayton that there's a picture, and then there's enough to put a link up. There's a list. Dayton, Nevada murders. Come check it out. There's a website for that. There's a list. I got to tell you, that goes back to that goes back to the bad side. I'm still weighing things out here, but I got to tell you, that was a little bit of a shock in a town that small. If they have a bunch of murders in a town that small, you think I'm going to have to go knock on the door of the sheriff's house and go, hey, are we going to catch this guy before I move here? Because this doesn't seem right. Or is there something in the water? I mean, I got to tell you. So I'm just letting you guys know that was out there. It's a real thing. It was on the real screen. Yes, Gen X Mom.
Michael Callahan on Facebook says, take a shot with me, General. 100 stars.
Michael, take a shot with you right now. Take a shot with everybody. Who wants to raise a glass with me? Who's sociable right now? It's time. You know it's time. Don't act like you don't want to get to the truth at the bottom of your glass. You do. Just keep drinking, and then you can look at your kid, and the truth will come out. You can look at your wife. The truth will come out. You can look at your stupid brother who's been living on your couch for the past 6 months, and the truth will come out. But you got to get to the bottom of the glass, just like I do. We'll drink this one together.
I have a question for you. Tomorrow is Father's Day. I just informed people we're going, they want you to relax.
Yeah.
But our millennial daughter's birthday just happens to fall on Father's Day tomorrow. So I have a question.
Yes.
Which I didn't know.
All right.
She's having a few friends over to barbecue and swim.
17.
Is the boyfriend coming?
She's not 17. She's 25. She's having 17 people over. Yeah, what?
Is the boyfriend coming tomorrow? Is he going to grace his presence?
You're getting into podcast territory now.
I know, but I'm just...
Podcasters have been following the story.
I know. We'll have to wait till Thursday to hear, but...
I think he is.
Oh.
But here's the problem. We don't have Mary Mathis. Now, Mary Mathis she's in the comment section on YouTube. We don't have Mary Mathis here to cut him off.
We can just tell her to show up tomorrow.
I think she would.
Tomorrow.
She could be here tomorrow, unless she's doing something. She could sleep in the downstairs spare bedroom. It's comfortable.
Absolutely.
And she could help run the barbecue with Briggs. And he's got his friends coming over. And she could have one goal in mind, cut that dude off. Mary Mathis, this is an open invitation. If you can get here tomorrow morning, well, she has to work on Monday.
But what I'm saying is that he's actually going to come here and
I believe
meet
he
you.
is.
I mean, meet me. Not meet you, but talk to you face to face.
Well, he doesn't know if I'm going to be part of this barbecue or not. So if his girlfriend, our daughter, has said, look, my mom and dad are kind of hands off on this. It's Father's Day. He doesn't really want to be part of the barbecue. Briggs we bought all the food for him, and we're letting them use the backyard. We're cleaning everything up. And then I just kind of want to stay away. She probably told her boyfriend that. Now he's big-chested. I'm going to come and I'm going to stand there and no one's going to, because he doesn't think I'll be there.
Okay, so, you'll have to wait till the podcast to find out. But nobody said anything. Mary Mathis gave $5. Happiest birthday, youngest daughter.
Well, and she knows.
But are you coming?
No, she can't. She got to work on Monday.
I will text her. We'll talk. We will talk.
So you're going to call in sick?
The shoeless one, $10. If you're going to play Halo, I'll get set up to play.
I see one. Christopher Sewick says, did the Cuomo interview happen or was it scrapped? It hasn't happened yet. I still am in touch. Everything's still a go. Still a cool cat. We'll see if it happens. I don't know. I mean, we'll see.
Wow, there's a lot of people offering to come babysit the boyfriend for you. Many are saying they'll come.
Are any of them hot? Like some hot?
They're guys.
What
guys?
Are
you talking about?
Well,
babysit the boyfriend.
Yeah. Are they? I just want to know what they look like.
Oh, hey,
Hello?
Star Roberts has a great one. Good time to let him see you clean the guns.
Remember when I did that one kid who came over and I had a handful of bullets? Remember that?
Yes.
And I had a handful of bullets, and I told the kid who was the boy came over to take the daughter out for a date, and I had a handful of bullets. I said, pick one. He goes, why? I said, just pick one. He picks one. I said, okay, put the other bullets down. I said, this is the one that's going to find you if my daughter is 1 minute late. So don't be late. And then I put it in my gun and I set my gun down. I said, have a nice evening. That was the same kid who came back on another date, his first date. Sorry, didn't come back. He was his first date. That was the same kid who I said, whatever you do to my daughter tonight, I'm doing to you. If you sit next to her at the movie theater, I'm sitting next to you. You hold her hand for 2 hours, I'm holding your hand. So you think about that tonight, buddy. Whatever you do to her, I'm going to do to you. I want you to think about that. And off they went for that date.
John on Facebook gave 99 stars. Thank you, John. Nancy Black on Facebook. Happy Father's Day, brother. By the way, your son has been blessed by your influence. You have such an amazing influence on your children.
Yeah, not as much.
That's to be determined.
Yeah, to be determined. Not as much as you think. Sometimes I look at these kids and go, I need a paternity test. I'm demanding a paternity test because I can see where some of the stupid shit they do comes from her side of the family.
Wait a
the
second.
Gen X mom, Sun Valley Fox, Bima. I can see some of that. But some of the stuff they do, I'm like, you are not. When it go right to Sheriff Buford T. Justice, no way you came from my loins. That's what he said.
Gosh.
All right.
Crystal on Facebook sent 300 stars. Michael Callahan on Facebook. I'm curious, how long will it take the kid to finish his own truck? Well, I don't know. The Toyota took 6 months?
Yeah,
9 months?
He's going on 3 weeks just to change the compressor. He wouldn't do it. I said, we're doing a garage show. If you come home, we'll make the garage show about your AC compressor. We'll just finish it. He didn't show up. I didn't work on it. I'm not doing it for him. Fuck that.
Kelly Dix on Facebook. Some for shots, some for mom shovel. 400 stars sent. Thank you, Kelly.
Kelly Dix.
A bunch of happy Father's Day wishes on Facebook
Thank
for
you, guys.
So.
Facebook, appreciate you.
Jeffrey Montgomery, $5. I survived the day. Bonus beverage after the party is over, and they've cleaned everything up tomorrow.
There you go.
We shall see.
Kelly Dix.
Yes. John Morgan, $2. Did you write his name on the bullet?
I didn't write his name. I just showed it to him. I held that out in front of him. Kelly Dix has got to be the greatest porn name ever. It's got to be.
Maybe she works at the Bunny Ranch. You don't know.
My God, that'd
Michael
be so funny.
Callahan again. The little lady doesn't understand. I want some free dog food. 100 stars sent. I don't understand what that means.
Free dog food. Little lady doesn't understand and wants some free dog food.
What does that have to do with
Anything. What is it? The little lady doesn't understand.
Michael, sweetheart, honey, I think it's time to cut it off. Like, cut off the drinking. You're not making any sense.
She might be right on that. You might have had a little bit too much there, and you're combining stories with memories and a little fantasy. It goes together great in your head, but in the real world out here, we don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Got to be honest with you.
Sammy Joe just wrote, I didn't get it either. Okay, so maybe she's thinking the same thing. Maybe, Michael, we love you.
Moving away from her because she can go on with the sheets forever, and I'm cutting her off.
You know what?
She can't dominate the show. We got stuff to talk about, baby. All right, so I think that was about enough. And then let me see what I'm going here. Doom. Yeah, there's some stupid shit. I'm not going to show that. Anyway, that was it. That was a little bit there about the stuff from Dayton and what we're doing in Dayton. Also, just so you guys know, let me go over here to the picture to the drag and drop section of the program. Just so you guys know, I don't know if you guys already saw that, but another gold coin was found. We're hiding gold coins all over the country, a little bit at a time. This one was found by Kevin Harris in Eureka, California. A lot of people were looking for this. There was a lot of people emailing me clue after clue after clue. They got to the end, couldn't put together the last parts of the clues, and they couldn't get it. And Kevin actually got there. Some people did and went. They walked. They got to where they thought it was and walked around, took pictures, and sent it back to me and said, we can't find it. And Kevin actually got it. Coin's in his hand. So he gets that prize. Hooray for Kevin. But another one went out today, just so you guys know. Coin number 25. We're not going in order. In fact, we're going very out of order. This one got placed today, genxtalks.com. Don't go right to the coin. Moderators do not link them right to the coin. Just link them to genxtalks.com. And you can go look for the drop-down menu and poke around. There's the clues. Coin number 25 is out there. If you think you know the first clue, then you can send in your email. We will reply and give you the second clue. What's dumb is that the first clue is always letting you know what state it's in. If your answer is going to be California, or it's going to be Nevada, or it's going to be Arizona. And this one dude, he writes in, he goes, Alaska. I said incorrect. He wrote back Washington. I wrote back incorrect, because each coin, he was telling me which clue he was pressing on. He guessed like 6 states, and I finally go, well, only 44 more emails to go. You got 44 states left, just guessing every state. And then he quit. He quit emailing me because he didn't know. He was just guessing every state. He had no idea what he was talking about. So I'd rather you not do that. I'd rather you not guess every state. Come on, man. Use your brain. Put it to good use. Figure out what state coin 25 is in, and let's move along. And this one is not on the West Coast. I will tell you right now, it is east of the Rockies by quite a bit. So that's a good sign. You guys have been bitching about that. More coins going out soon. All right, what else was there? Talk about that. Is there any housekeeping to do?
Yeah, right now, Graham Gordon, $5. 2 of my kids are getting baptized tomorrow. What a great Father's Day it will be.
That's a great Father's Day gift. That's good stuff.
Renee Ramon, member for 2 months. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. Celebrated my 47th birthday on the 13th. My first Father's Day tomorrow. My son's first birthday on the 20th. That's a lot.
That's a lot going on right there.
That's a lot of unpacking right there.
But you know what? He gets over it all at once.
That's true.
He builds it up, buys the presents, the cards, the thank yous, the parties, and we're done. Yeah. So I want to bring. I don't know if I'm drinking too much this time or drinking too much last time. I'm going to show you a picture to shut some of you up. Probably not anybody who is here drinking with me right now. Probably none of you. All right. Let me preface it by saying probably none of you. But I got a flurry of emails in the last 2 weeks about this picture, and it's not a mock-up. It's not a fake. I've actually done this. I think we brought it up last week, but I'm going to bring it up one more time just to clear the air, okay? This is a real picture, you dumbasses. This is a real picture of a real person on a real car, not caring. They don't care. Oops, fucked up that one. Sorry about that. Not caring what side of the aisle in the gas pump they pull onto. They don't have to think, oh, I can't use that side of the pumps. My gas tank's on this side. I need to be on this side of the pumps because my gas tank's on that side. No, there were a lot of cars, I think we talked about this, that had the license plate directly in the rear behind the taillight. I even told you guys there was some cars, I think it was a 54 Chevy. It was behind the taillight. You just pulled the taillight down. It was on a hinge, and there was a gas cap. You filled it up, and you put the taillight back. It just turned right. It rotated up, clip, and it's done. I don't know what you guys are thinking, but I got so many emails that I just want to clear the air. This is not a mocked-up picture. In fact, when they took this picture, they didn't realize they were taking something that was so important. They're just taking a picture pumping gas. They probably thought, well, the most important part about this picture someday will be the price of gas, which is impressively low. They probably thought maybe that'd be the only thing, or the style of clothes, the bell-bottom pants, or whatever. Certainly they didn't give a shit about where the gas tank was. But I'm promising you, there is a ton of people that will watch this live stream after it's over, and they'll send me something. Not a fucking real car, man. You just making that up. That was something else. They were just making fun of the hole. That's probably where you put the jack to lower the spare tire down. There'll be some of those dumb emails again. We'll just, you're all
Houdini
fucking
says,
wrong.
Mama X, tell him it was the 57 Chevy. Wait.
Was it 57 Chevy?
Oh, he retracted it.
I think it's 54. To be honest with you, I'm thinking 54. Now, maybe multiple years. That could be true. But something in my head, because I have actually pulled that down and filled one up with gas. I wasn't driving it, but I did pump the gas. I'm pretty sure it was 54. Could be wrong. I know who would know is my mother. My mother would absolutely know that. She knows cars from the old days like the back of her hand. All right. Couple things. When you can tell that I've been in the studio too long, you can ask Gen X Mom this. I will come out of the studio, walk into the house, and go, I need to get out of there. This was one of the moments I almost left today because I saw this picture and I couldn't figure it out. This is not a cropped picture. This is not a Photoshop picture. And I sat there and I looked at it and I looked at it, and there was a little discussion. There was a little discussion going on under it. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? And it's not a hovering trash can. That's just a wet stain in front of the trash can. Look at it again. That's just a water stain about a foot in front of the trash can. That's when I got up and left the studio. I'm like, I got to get the fuck out of here, because I spent way too much time looking at that picture, not understanding what was going on, because they said it's not a Photoshop picture. And I believed them. It doesn't really look like it is anyway. And then when you see it, yeah, that's when I know I've been in the studio for too long. 5 hours straight fucking updating shit. Now I'm just a little bit out of my gourd. This one I saw and I thought, okay, this man perhaps has his priorities straight. I think every guy in here can come up with a reason that as your house is burning down and the fire department is trying to save you, that you're grabbing your computer as you get lowered down the fireman's ladder. Now, there's a couple reasons on there. Maybe every family picture this guy owns is on there. Maybe he's downloaded some very special pornography that can never be duplicated again, and he's got to save it because he didn't have an external hard drive. I'm not sure, looking at the caliber of this guy, what's going on, but I thought this picture warranted a moment for all of us to raise a glass and think for one moment, whatever is on there, his dedication level is unmatched. Could you not agree? Your house is on fire. They are literally rescuing you. And you're like, hang on, I got to grab my computer. And off he goes. Don't bother talking while I'm
sorry.
filling in the gaps. I'll just stare for a little bit.
All right.
While I drink. We're supposed to be partners in here.
I know, I'm sorry.
Would you like me to buy you dinner tonight?
Oh, that would be lovely.
Then get your shit together, woman.
Whoa.
Okay, that might have been a little uncalled for.
Whoa, back that shit up right now.
Now, one of the things that I noticed when I was looking for a house in Dayton, or looking for some land in Dayton, Nevada, was I did start to look at some things that were going on the other side of the hill, where the Sun Valley Fox lives, where there's actual pine trees and some shit like that. After seeing a couple pictures from that side of the hill, I'm going to go ahead and stick to my side of the hill. This is one of the ones I saw out of there. And I'm not saying this was one of the Sun Valley Fox's neighbors. I wouldn't assume that. I wouldn't presume that. But I will tell you that when this guy began to drive down the street, he waved at the Sun Valley Fox like he knew him. So there is that. But just so you know, I do think that was pretty nice to look at the minivan squatted down on his tires, pulling those trees down from up near Tahoe, and then took off his shirt and put it on there as a red flag. Big old he couldn't just use a little red flag on that. No. That fucker had to put something huge, like, don't run into my fucking tree.
Looks like a t-shirt.
Yeah, it's a shirt.
Remember, my brother did say that he used to go up in the Tahoe area and cut his own firewood down. And
this is one dude bringing the firewood down for him and your brother to cut it up right in their front yard. And that makes sense. I'm going to go ahead and stay on my side, that little hill from Carson into I'm going to stay on my side of the hill. I got no problem with that. I've seen some of the shit that goes on your side of the hill, Mr. Sun Valley Fox. You can keep it over there. You think you got everybody regulated, you go right ahead. All right, I'm kind of done with my stuff for tonight. What else you got? Are we bought through?
Let me see what's over here. Michael Callahan, Facebook. The boyfriend is the dog food. It was simple. We can feed the boyfriend to my dogs.
Oh yeah. I couldn't have drawn that together if you numbered all the dots 1 through 20. I still fucked that up.
Ben Eaton had a 73 Monte Carlo. That's how I filled my tank.
See? Told you, it's a real thing. Real people know how to do this.
Angel Whitney on Facebook. Those are the same people that didn't believe bug engines were in the back.
Right. And then that was the fun thing, that they showed a picture of a Volkswagen hood being up in the front, and someone photoshopped steam coming out from it. And there were thousands of comments going, oh, you blew your radiator hose. Anybody who understands what I'm talking about, there's no radiator, there's no coolant, there's no hose, there's no steam, and it's not in the fucking front of the engine anyway. It's not in the front of the car, it's in the back of the car, you dipshit.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Sorry about that.
That was it. I am done in the sheets here.
Well, then I think we're about to call it a night. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for wasting a little bit of time. Part 1 and part 2 of Ladies Night. Thank you very much for all of the happy Father's Day wishes. If you still would like us to do something on Cameo, it'll come to our phones. We'll do it in the morning. You'll still get it within like half an hour to an hour. If you want something said or done for your kids or for Father's Day, I'd be more than happy to do it for you. And we'll take care of that right away. Also, I want to tell you guys, all of the well wishes you give me and my family. You guys, some of you regulars that watch the program know that we try our hardest to give you solid content. Just like when we raced back from Reno, we drove, it was a 6-hour drive that took like almost 9 hours. And I came straight to this chair. I raced straight down the house, Kate, and I just tried to, I don't want to miss my chance with you folks. Every chance I get, I try my hardest to be here with the content you guys want. The kid puts out his stuff. Gen X Mom puts out his stuff. I have a list of things I try to do too. But you guys are very important to us, and we do the best we can. We really put out the Gen X Talks as a brand does a lot more than other channels do. Some channels put out one long-term video and they get millions of views, one a month. We don't do that. We do all. Some people just do podcasts. Some people just do those stupid short ambush videos. Some people just do pictures and memes on their Facebook. Gen X Talks has got to a point where we try to give you a solid brand of everything all the way around. We didn't realize how much work it was going to be to do that consistently week after week. But we've got into a routine. We're dedicated doing it. And why? Because you guys comment. You guys say things on Facebook. You guys show up for the live streams. You share content with other people, and you have them bring comments back. And we read as many of them as we can. We have a well-rounded Gen X Talks brand that we push hard to, but it wouldn't work without you guys watching and you guys commenting. It means everything that you guys say stuff, and we try to go in and reply, give you a little heart. We read them. Yeah. So thank you guys for participating. Thank you guys for showing up. Thank you guys for passing around the information and sharing it. It means the world to us. It really does. And we'll keep doing the things exactly how we've been doing them. We're going to add maybe a big show because that's been in such demand. One big show a month. We'll try to squeeze that in. We're going to do what we can, but believe me, when I tell you that every time you guys show up, every time you guys give a comment, and every time you guys even give $1 or $5, it's very well received. It means the world to us. So thank you guys very much. I'm going to drink this last drink to you guys, to all of the people in the Gen X Talks family, all of the friends out there that take time to come here and watch and participate. As Josh Maddox said, this is the best bar ever. Yes. I know it's a virtual bar, but he's not fucking wrong. For a kid, great insight. This drink's for you guys. Raise your glass with me wherever you're watching. Let's drink this one together. Ha! No chaser, no training wheels. We're at the end of our line. All right, Gracie, say goodnight.
Bye, Facebook. Bye, YouTube. Love you all.
Wow.
Bye, Gracie.
You forgot Rumble.
Rumble is off. It dropped.
What?
Yeah, Josh said it wasn't up. So anyways.
You know why? Because when I did Rumble, it came up on the part 1. When the kid did it, it fucked up on part 2. Wow. Well, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. Not sure where you're listening in from around the planet, AM, FM, Sirius XM, or perhaps you're listening in on the Armed Service Radio Network. Remember 2 things. 1, wherever you go, well, there you are. Number 2, I'll catch you motherfuckers on the flip side. That's right. I said it.